Today at Apple Creative Studios encourages young creatives to pursue their ambitions across music and the visual arts. In partnership with Apple Music, we're going to have all of y'all working with top-tier mentors in studios, collaborating with peers, and really just connecting with the right folks as you build out your body of work.
My name is Raina. I'm a singer from LA. Thank you so much for being here and talking to us. My question is, when the time comes, what are some ways that I can kind of branch out, building my network and also just connecting with fans from other places?
Well, that was, the Apple Music for Artists tool is great for finding those fans in other places. Back in the day, and even today, I mean, you walking through the airport, I don't know if y'all, been at the airport recently, you might just see like young dudes in there, and they on the move. Young chicks in there, they on the move. They, got their bag and they flying to a town, meet up with a producer, rhyme on this, sing on that, try, spend a couple of days here, stay in a cheap hotel, figure it out, I'm a firm believer in meeting people where they are. Social media is great, but when you touch down in somebody's city and visit them, that's magic for somebody. You know what I mean? Like, wow, you came to our town? Oh, we f*** with you. Like, okay. And they gonna remember that forever.
Neil, I know you've, ran a record store, right? Like the epitome of what would help artists back in the day before the digital era, was all consuming. And now fast forward to these, 40 students that we're on with right now. Mm-hmm. And what wisdoms would you glean from everything that you've seen within your career?
As a generation of new artists, you guys have opportunity that no artists before you have ever had. You have access to tools to make music. You have tools to distribute your music. The gatekeepers of the music industry are largely stripped away, and you guys all have the power to see that through. The largest marketing platforms are no longer MTV or terrestrial radio. Sure, they help when you get to the top of the mountain and help keep you there. But now it's like social media and TikTok, and you see the power of these things as creators yourself, that you can build your own brand, your own identity, show that authenticity and that sincerity. And that's what helps you be successful. And hopefully the music then connects with those fans. The hard part of that is there's 60,000 people every day also doing the same thing. So with that, right, if you've got, that kind of pressure on your shoulder and you don't have a team to help you, you need to be entrepreneurs on top of what you are as artists and creators. You need to think about you as a brand, as what it is you want to achieve, and set attainable goals for yourself. What are you portraying? How are you portraying yourself on things like social platforms? How are you building your creative vision? I think it's just really, really important that you think thoroughly about every aspect of who you are and what you want to be, and put that creativity into those aspects. Those set you up with a foundation to be successful.
Also, know what you know and know what you don't know. There's too many people out here trying to do everything. Build your tribe. Who's your people, man?
Community is key.
You know what I'm saying? And I'm not talking about social media community. I'm talking about your people. Like, I write these songs, but damn, man, I don't know how to read analytics. Where's my people at? Like, you know what I'm saying? And they may not know either, but they don't write songs. So since I'm writing these songs and I'm singing these records, I need y'all to go ahead and study up on these analytics and these other plays real quick. Read some books, make a flyer, do something like squad. You know what I mean? Let's run this play together. You gotta have people that is in that room with you that's saying, hey, yo, listen, you sound amazing, but we need a songwriter and a producer. You know what I mean? Like, that's a real thing. Everybody has their Quincy Jones. Who is your Quincy Jones? Find them, keep them close, grow with them.
So most of us here are from the ground, the bottom. So how do we grow our team when you don't have money to maybe get someone to be your market, social media manager, or you don't have money to buy beats? Like, I know you could say like work and get money, but like there's so much that a person could do from starting from ground zero to build a team. Like, how would you go about that?
A few years back, it was interesting. I had two almost nearly back-to-back meetings with Kuko, and then shortly thereafter with Omar Apollo. And both of them are really cool kids, right? And I think they've really kind of hit some strides of success. But at the time, they were just trying to get a leg up, and friends of theirs were bringing them in to just talk to us and play us their music that hadn't been released yet. And both of them in those meetings mentioned how they've been just DMing people left and right on Instagram, just like hitting people up, like, how do we collaborate on songs together? They didn't know anyone at that point. They were just getting started, and they were getting responses left and right, both of them. And they weren't even in the same room. And they both told me that within weeks, that DM is what really connected them to communities to help them get started and build collaborations and learn how, they were, some of their favorite musicians were creating music and whatnot. So I think if you don't have that immediate community, social media can be a great resource for that. And I think people are really open to receiving that, especially other creators, because yeah, you might have the superstars that are massive and we look up to, but there's so many others who are struggling, that we think are successful, but are struggling day to day financially, or haven't made it as big as we might perceive they have. And they're like, they love that feedback, or they love that communication and outreach. So you'd be surprised on how quickly you can build some community and networking amongst peers and with people you admire.
I just had a question about mentorship. Like, I know you were talking about how, we have a lot of tools at our disposal, but I feel like I have like a lot of tools and no manual, like no guidance. So I was
It's overwhelming.
Who did you go to, and where did you look for a mentorship?
When I came up in the game, it was 1990. I was 15 years old. I was just in the street. And so I would DJ parties, and I knew the people at the radio station because I worked at the mall. And then I just kept showing up places, just being in the room, being available, being ready to work. For me, I was, what y'all doing? Oh, where y'all at tonight? I'm over there. It kept me out of trouble. You know what I mean? And so I say all that to say that, if you're looking for mentorship, there are so many amazing people that if you just figure out a way to contact them and say, hey, this is who I am, and send them a nice email. I would love to learn about what it is you do. So you see, you identify somebody that's doing what you want to do, or maybe is in proximity to what you want to do or learn about. Reach out to them. When reaching out to people who have jobs, they work all day, right? Be clear, be cordial, be professional, be patient, but also be direct, right? Know what you are, the information you're trying to gather. The one thing I want all of you to write down right now, put this on a Post-it. It's helped me throughout my career. Consistency over an extended period of time. Is what you're doing, attempting to do, wanting to create, gonna be able to be consistent over an extended period of time?